Okay, let's move on. Oh, this is a good one. So here we have Sonia the Superior, aka Master of Math, who's currently sitting at 2200. Sorry, not 2200, at 1220. Um, he has nearly 350 games played. And then we have Lillian, who is a alt of unknown origins, who's 34-0. Lillian has been taking names like crazy. Lillian is doing really well. It's not wood, that much I think we can say for sure. But yeah, Lillian definitely deserves a 34-0 record. They've been playing very well. So the matchup here is Hawk versus Eagle, but this is High Funds. So this is an interesting new High Funds meta for all of us right now. We're not really used to seeing Hawk and Eagle and Kanbei and Sensei and all these people in High Funds. So testing them out has been really fun. So here we go to see Hawk versus Eagle. But as for the matchup itself, I think many people slightly prefer Eagle, although Hawk can still stand a fighting chance. I think mass damage versus Eagle is pretty good because like it lessens his initiation power upon Super Seal power. But yeah, it's a dangerous matchup for sure. Okay. So far, things looking pretty straightforward. I don't really see what this forward infantry does. I guess there's a lot of properties down there that can flip-flop either way, so maybe getting an infantry in that region quickly is a good idea. Or going for the contested com tower first. Maybe that's what's going on. Okay, tank first for Master of Math. And then Lillian responds with only infantry. Sonia responds with APC, so I don't know what infantry is going to boost, but that'll be good. It seems like there's a lot of properties in the lower right that his APC could shuttle troops to. And it also leaves him enough money to respond to what Lillian is going to buy, which is a Neotank. So yeah, High Funds sees a lot of diversity in unit builds, I think. Um, I think I saw somebody, maybe Jokas, describe that like going for heavy units first with big power bar commanders is good because it accelerates the game pretty quickly. You just get your heavy units in there and trade, and then everybody gets their bar charged, which benefits both Eagle and Hawk. Um, in my opinion, it probably benefits Eagle more, but I guess that's just conjecture. I actually really don't know. it would just be like a coin toss guess, so I'm not really sure. So Sonia responds with Neo Tank, and I know that in Discord he kind of said that may not have been a great idea. Instead, maybe going for airport earlier would have been good and saving it for a bomber. Um, yeah, like bomber is a very solid counter to Neo Tank. It has further range. You can choose when to engage or not. You can do things like easily kill off its counter units if, in the case that they're anti-air, to get a strong initiation hit in that goes unpunished. They keep your unit count up. So yeah, Bomber's a very good unit in High Funds. Responding Neotank, uh, I don't really know. It's hard to say. It could be better maybe with the different build. So this APC is doing good work down here. It's building it, speeding up a 3-route capture. Okay, let's take a break and look really quick. So Lillian previously built a second Neo tank, to which Sonia replied Bomber, which makes total sense. Plus, there's no anti-air on the board and no immediate fighter counter available, so this Bomber looks like a very good choice. No comm tower for either player right now. There are. Oh, sorry. Lillian has a early comm tower in his upper right corner. Um, so yeah, both comm towers could potentially be contested right now. Let's see what happens. Oh, Lillian also has an APC. I didn't realize that. Responds to the bomber with double anti-air artillery. Okay, interesting. Pre-builds an anti-air, presumably to counter the fighter that Lillian is might be thinking about buying. So yeah, I think the pre-build anti-air is a good idea here. I like that. Okay, goes for an interrupt, like a pretty complex one. Delays the city, has an infantry in range, leaves exposed an artillery. But I mean, that's fine because it's just, it's uh, two Neos versus Neo Bomber. Let's see what Lillian does here. Okay, Neo Tank goes over here, just out of range of Bomber so that it can defend these properties. Lillian could destroy that infantry with the artillery, capture again, and then just wait for. Oh, there's artillery in range. Okay. Yeah, these types of like open play moves with like small amounts of heavy tech units. I think Lillian is really good at that type of really good at that type of play. That's what they go for, and it's just like a type of high funds play that I'm not too familiar with. But it takes a lot of like careful planning, and we are just uh, brazenly glazing over it right now. So I kind of feel bad about that. So there's another infantry interrupt here, as well as a tank interrupt on an infantry. Okay, so Lillian sort of shrugs off that harass with um, while still having 2 full HP infantry in range of those two properties to capture later, killing an infantry and a tank in the process. Um, Lillian does leave their Neo exposed though. Okay, now 3 infantry in the region. So it's not just as simple as like interrupting the high HP infantry and then slowing down the capture phase that way. Okay, Sonia gets his second comm tower. Oh, Bomber one shots Neo, and then Neo hits other Neo. This is like a really this is an interesting exchange for sure. Um, like the idea is you trade off Neo for Bomber with anti-air and range, and then you trade off Neo's you going slightly ahead in Neo's. Um, or I guess second Neo on the way, second Neo on the way. So like right now the exchange looks pretty even for looks favorable for Sonya, like, and they're delaying econ at the same time. Um, and in the lower right, it looks like they'll have an overwhelming force. So right now, like my gut instinct is that Sonya is ahead. This is a really nice artillery position here by Sonya. The APC blocks off this square from interruptions. The artillery hits both this square for interruptions and denies this for capturing. That's like a really like the artillery is doing a lot of work here, and then the tanks are around to cover the anti-air and any interruptions. Okay, fighter Oko's bomber, and here's like a really crazy play by Lillian. Um, like this is a pretty there's a lot of I think this is a pretty difficult surround to spot. You so Lillian moves this wounded Neo into artillery range, which is crazy, and then surrounds the Neo tank. Oh, it's not a full surround this turn. Okay. Okay, in the lower right, looks like there's one interruption there that's actually for free. I'm not sure that was a great move. So yeah, picks off the Neo tank. Neo tank picks off the infantry. Well, I mean, kind of for free. The problem is that it's charging Lillian's power. Okay, the infantry weakens all the infantry around, so it's easier to free the Neo from the wall. Spams a bunch of Neos on the upper left. Okay, kills the artillery. Oh, sacrifices on the Neo. And now Lightning Strike's active. Before Hawk's Super CO power. And that's. Ooh, it's gonna hurt a lot. Wow, and then this 3 HP infantry blocks for the Neo tank. You can't hit that from the forest. Yeah, Lillian just has these really elegant attacking moves like this. Attacking and blocking, going up on unit count in a certain area, and then just taking immediate advantage of it. Okay, and then Sonya resigns. Okay, so yeah, that is yeah, Lillian definitely putting on a masterclass. Um, I don't even know what to. I mean, I think my main takeaway is like Hawk really does need the first engagement. Um, but hold on. Yeah, they have the same length of power bars, so it's not like Olaf who typically gets his charge first. And of course, both commanders are happy to like sacrifice to get their power before the to get their power first. So maybe here. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to pull back and regroup when you're literally trapped. So it was a really hard position for Sony to be in. Like when you have a trapped big expensive unit like a Neo tank, like it's not, since your opponent always has that available to hit or suicide off of. Like your the opponent that's trapping gets to get their super CO power a little bit easier first because they have that unit to suicide off of and trade into. So yeah, man, that was a really crazy game. Definitely some impressive plays for sure.